So let's see what these cards do. Okay, I'm good to go. All right, let's start with the Ant-Man's Army. We have a 3 mana 3/2 common insect. When this creature enters, create a food token or treasure token. Kind of like ramps you. I think green red, like from what we've seen in red, it seems to be very big creatures, and I think also Hulk is green red, right? So I assume that green red is gonna be connected to treasures and ramping into big stuff. This is what I like kind of read into the red cards. So I guess treasure tokens for 3 mana 3/2 is quite nice. Food is probably not going to matter that much unless you like need to survive, but it's a good flex. If you like, if this 3 life saves your ass for another turn and wins you the game, I guess you can do it. But most of the time, you probably want the treasure. Not a horrible card for ramping purposes. And then call damage control is a 2-drop sorcery. Choose up to 2. Return those cards from your graveyard to your hand. An artifact, a creature, enchantment, and a land card. That shouldn't be too hard to pull off. Problem is, I mean, you can only choose one creature, right? Choose up to 2, yeah. Or can you say 2 creatures? No, I think you need to like, you can only do each once. So you could artifact and creature or land and creature, for example. This goes probably in a green-black deck. Because green-black seems to be getting stuff back from the graveyard. I haven't seen too many payouts for that, though. Seems to be okay, but not like super exciting. If you compare this to pull for 3 lands, you get 2 creatures back and gain 2 life. This is not guaranteed 2 creatures. Probably most of the time only 1. And you don't even gain 2 life. It's also no instant. Probably mediocre. Because it won't work all the time. If it works all the time, if it's a land, it's not super exciting. If it's an enchantment a creature, it could be strong, but only in this case. And artifacts in green, you probably won't play too many artifacts. So I don't know if this is gonna be good. Claim the Kingdom. 2 lands, enchantment. I mean, if this is full of enchantments, you can play this in a specific deck when you have a lot of enchantments and creatures, I guess. Like this. Whenever a land you control enters, put a +1/+1 on target creature you control and a plan counter on this enchantment. Okay, oh, there's another plan. When there's 4 counters on it, you sack it, and then you put an indestructible counter on target creature. I mean, it's cheap, but all it does, it gives you +1/+1 counters, and then it gives like an indestructible counter. I don't love this, I don't think. I mean, you get to play this, you get to play 1 land, and then it's +1/+1. Indestructible. Unless, I don't think that +1/+1 counters is really a thing. It doesn't really trigger too much, right? So unless the +1/+1 triggers something in your deck, I don't think it's gonna be super amazing. It's not complete shit, but again, it gives you only counters 4 times, and then you get an indestructible counter. Kind of like okay, but not really super exciting. Maybe I'm too critical here. I said the same thing about all the red cards, but they really didn't seem too exciting. Okay, let's move on with the super psychiatrist. Doc Samson? I don't know any of these people. If you will put 1 or more counters on a permanent you control, like here, put that many +1 of each of those kinds of counters on the permanent. Is it okay? So maybe +1/+1 counters is a thing. So if you have this dude and this guy, like it would trigger him twice. At X mana of any color where X is Doc Samson's power. Okay, and it helps you fixing as well. And this probably goes then also with the power-up cards. Because so far, the power-up cards seem very mediocre. Other than giving you more flexibility to play like a cheap creature or a better one, or like a more expensive one. But if there is some more cards like this, power-up might get more interesting. It is still a 5-drop though. It's a 5-drop 3/6 that doesn't really die that quickly. And then it like doubles all your counters and it helps you fixing. It's very late with helping you to fix though. I guess it ramps you quite a bit as well, but how much ramping do you want after playing a 5-drop? It triggers plans quicker. Like it would trigger the +1/+1 counters, and it would also double the plan counters on this enchantment because it says 1 or more counters on the permanent you control. Like there's no specification 2/+1/1 or whatever. Yeah. It would like trigger it twice, but is this even good? Because all it does is just like speed this guy up. Because it would only like, it would put 2 plan counters on it, but it also would only trigger this once, like this +1/+1, because this triggers only when a land comes into play. But then again, it doubles the +1/+1. I don't know if it like helps you to like I don't know if you want this to like get on 4 counters quicker. I mean, we have a couple of plan cards in this set, and they all seem a bit slow. So if you have this dude, the plan counters or the plan enchantments get better because they trigger quicker. So yeah, maybe this is a thing actually. You could like just play a lot of plan enchantments and then this guy. It's legendary though, so you can't really rely on him too much. This is the thing. There's some cards that are really good and like support specific things, but the problem about it is almost every creature here is legendary. And if you want to build your game plan around something like this, you need several cards like this. You can't like rely 4 times on this guy because you just can't play him. I mean, you can, but like most of the time it's going to sit in your hand and you can't play him out because it's legendary, which makes all the like planning and like game plans with relying on one creature or whatever, or like playing this creature 4 times, way harder. Which is going to be interesting. Because people will have to mix up their game plan a little bit. And I think like the game plan is going to be pretty fucked. It's really hard to say how the set's going to turn out. Because you have so many archetypes, you have so many legendary creatures, and you have so many ways of doing things. It's probably not going to be too easy to have like a super clear game plan. Is my guess. Yeah, definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. Earth Mightiest Heroes. This must be good. 6 mana mythic. Teamwork 5. So Teamwork 5 is basically like a kicker. You tap your creatures with power 5 or more in order to activate this. And then you can reveal the top 8 cards of your library. You may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. Okay. If you kick it or teamwork it, you put any number of creature cards from among them onto the battlefield. Rest into your graveyard. So you look at 8 cards, and either it's going to be 1 creature or all of the creatures. This could be pretty insane. Like if you have a heavy, like if you play this, you want a creature heavy deck. You want like a green-red big spell all full of creature deck. Then this card is completely insane. Because you're going to play fucking Hulk. You're going to play probably not the Psychiatrist, because in the beatdown you probably won't want to play this. Maybe. Probably not. And I feel like green-red is going to be full of big creatures, right? Very good in a big creature and full of creature deck. In all other decks, could be a miss. Could be missing a lot of things. Teamwork 5 is a lot, is it though? It's a 2/2 and a 3/2. I mean, if your board is empty, you're fucked. But if you play green-red, probably 1 creature or maximum 2 creatures is going to already fill the Teamwork 5. And worst case, you play this and you get to like draw, you get to choose 1 creature, which is also probably going to be a 6-drop. So again, This is good in a like a big creature deck, not in like Boros or whatever. I mean, obviously double green, you won't play in Boros, but like cheap creatures, this card just becomes way good, less good. So even if you can't activate the Teamwork 5, at least you get to draw probably like a 6-drop pretty easily. So it's not horrible in that case either. And then if you have Teamwork 5, you can, this can win you the game. I think it's pretty good. You can't play it in every deck though. Epic Fight. Choose one or both. Double target creature's power and toughness. Target creature you control fights target creature an opponent controls. Yeah, I think this is good. There's a lot of fight spells for like 2 lands that do the same thing without the doubling power and toughness. I do like this. I'm not a big fan of these like of fight spells all too much, because sometimes you just sit there and like even if you have it, your opponent can react to it if you play it with a removal, or sometimes your creature is not big enough to kill anything. But just like doubling power and toughness kind of like secures that you kill something, and it can also be devastating if you like double fucking Hulk, you win the game, right? It's obviously no instant, which makes it worse, and it costs 3 lands, which is quite expensive. So I think in green-red, this could be interesting. The problem is it doesn't give trample. I feel like this card should give trample to be a rare. It's not good enough to be a rare with only these 2 effects, but I still think it's good. I still think it will definitely like find its place in specific decks, especially green-red, green-red. Okay, Giant Growth we see in almost every set. I mean, I don't think I have to comment on this. It's okay. I don't mind this card. It's a good interaction spell, but not super exciting. Go Nuts. 1 land, Teamwork 3. Choose 1. If this spell was cast during using Teamwork, choose both. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, and or target creature you control fights target creature no opponent controls. Oh. I mean, this is a 1-mana removal spell. This card is good. Like, compare this to him. It does the same thing. Target creature you control fights target creature an opponent controls. So you can use this for 1 land only. And then you could potentially even put a +1/+1 counter on it. Man, this card is... That's why I think this card is not good as a rare. I mean, yeah, a 5/5 becomes a 10/10, and if it has trample, it's great. But this is 3 lands. And this is 1 land, and it almost does the same. That's very cheap. I think Go Nuts is actually quite good. It's also common. This could be a good card. Also, like, it allows you to play big creatures, and just like if you have 1 land and spare, you play a big creature and you kill something right away. Go Nuts is pretty nuts. Agree. Guerrilla. Shit, how do I pronounce that? Gorilla. Reach. 2 mana 2/2. Sacrifice it. Destroy target non-creature artifact or non-creature enchantment. This is like Acolyte. The 2 mana 2/2 lifelink that destroys an enchantment or artifact, right? It's pretty much the same card, just like with Reach. So it's playable, but it's probably more like a best of 3 card. Best of 3, I would pick this. In best of 1, I would probably not prioritize this card. Gorilla. What does Gorilla mean, though? Like the first one. Isn't it like some sort of... I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure what it means. So yeah, this is like Acolyte. It's playable in a best of 3, in a best of 2, best of 1. It's okay, but it's not super exciting. It probably doesn't have too many synergies with anything. 2 mana, 2/2 haste. When this guy dies, return her to the battlefield under her owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on her. She loses all abilities and gains haste. Oh, so this is a 2 mana, 2/2 haste that if it dies, comes back as a 3/3. That's pretty good. I mean, it costs 2 green, which is a bit annoying, so sometimes you won't be able to play it on turn 2. What? It's funny that it says it loses all abilities and gains haste, because the only ability it has is haste, but obviously they want to say that it can't die again. But they could have also just put, like, with a finality counter or something. It's kind of funny. Yeah, that's what I thought, like the guerrilla war, right? But isn't they? I thought they pronounced it differently, like the trap war, like where you just like hide behind something and then you just trap your opponent. I know what that is, but I thought it was pronounced guerrilla and not gorilla. I know that it is in German. It's pronounced differently. I mean, obviously, but I thought in English it was also pronounced differently. So it's like a gorilla that traps people, I guess. It's a good name. Hercules? I know that guy. I know that guy. Another power up card. 3 mana, 3/3. Oh, 3 mana, 3/3 with power up might be okay. Ooh, this is actually interesting. So you could pay 5, and then it's a 4/4 Vigilance Indestructible. That is not bad. I think this is like one of the first power-up cards, which I kind of like. Worst case, it's a 3 mana 3/3, but then you still have this effect later on, right? And then it kind of like, if you grow this, you can always like activate this at any point. You can do this on instant speed as well and make it indestructible, which is kind of cool. So I guess in most cases, you just want to play it as a 3-drop and then leave this, like don't activate it right away. Well, I guess you can. I guess it's now. I guess you want to do that still. Yeah, true. But I think it's pronounced differently. I don't think it's pronounced gorilla. It's guerrilla. I think gorilla. I still like it though. Yeah, this card's fine. This card's fine. It's a hero, I guess. But the power up, again, I don't see too many like synergies with power up, which makes it a little bit worse. But the card itself is okay. Heroic Feast, a 3-drop rare. When this enchantment enters, create a food token. And whenever you gain life, choose up to that many target creatures you control. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of them. Up to that many target creatures you put a... okay. So you gain 3 life, and then you could like put 3 +1/+1 counters on 3 different creatures. But if you only have 2 creatures out, it would only be 2. Well, this card is interesting if you really are a life gain deck, and there is a bit of life gain going on. So I guess you can make this guy work. Yeah, I guess you can make it work. It grows your creatures, but just putting a couple of +1/+1 counters, I usually don't love these cards. But if you like have a lot of life gain, this card could be very strong. It grows your board pretty quickly. So ideally, you want to have tokens with life gain, and then this card becomes pretty good. Hulkling. There's a Hulkling? I have a whole family there. 3 mana, 2/3 Vigilance. Whenever another creature you control enters, if it has greater power or toughness than Hulkling, put a +1/+1 counter on Hulkling. So like, what's it called? Increment? Oh no, Increment works with mana value, but this works with power. I mean, this in a green-red deck, it probably grows a couple times, but it's very slow. I don't like this card. I do like that it makes sense though. Like it grows and it gets bigger, but it's not obviously not as good as the normal Hulk. So Hulkling, it kind of like fits. It's just like I do like what they did here. They really do that well, in my opinion. Like you read the card name, or you know what hero it is or whatever, and you kind of like can guess what it does. Like also like Guerrilla Gorilla, you know that there's it probably has something that like destroys something in a like cheeky way by just sacrificing it. I do like that. And then Hercules, you know, he's fucking strong, so obviously he gets stronger with +1/+1 counters. Like it's so obvious too, like what these cards do. I really like how they do this. Yeah, I found a use for the food tokens. The problem is how much life gain is there? I don't remember what color it was. Was it white? I think white had a couple of life gain cards. I'm not sure if this is an archetype though, the Aning Life. I haven't seen too much. I guess let's look further and find out. Oh, it's not connected to Hulk? Oh, I thought it was maybe his kid. It's an alien hybrid. What the hell? He's not like connected to Hulk at all? He looks like Hulk. Who is this dude? What is this guy doing? He's trying to kill him, I think. Does that make sense? Okay, let's move on. Khazar of the Savage Land. 5-drop 3/2. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play lands from the top of your library. When he enters, create a 2/2 token with landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter. Okay, so it's a 5-drop. It's a 3/2, and it creates you another 2/2. And the 2/2 has whenever a land you control, it gets +1/+1 counters. And you get to like play cards from the top of your library. That's actually really good. It gives you 2 creatures. One of the creatures grows, and it allows you to play all your lands from the top of your library. Yeah, I do like it. Marvel's Tarzan, really? Khazar, man, how do I not know all these people? I'm happy you were here, Absenta, to clarify who they all are. You kind of make me feel bad though, but I do like the explanation, so keep it up. Yeah, it's pretty good. So it also like you can like play more cards and like at the same time with playing these like play more lands, and by playing these lands you grow your 2/2. Very good card. It's a very good one. It's also only uncommon, but it's legendary as well. Hero. I mean, this kind of like works if you like. This is what you want, right? With this dude, you want to go wide. So anything that creates tokens is pretty good, and anything that gains you life. Maybe that's the thing. Green white tokens with life gain, something like that. 2 mana 2/1 Knight of Wundagore. Trample. Whenever you put a +1/+1 counter on another creature, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Triggers only once. I mean, yeah, in a +1/+1 deck, it's good. I guess it also has trample. It's pretty good actually if you combine it with. I guess +1/+1 counters are a thing, so I guess this card becomes way better now. And then all the power-up cards also like boost this guy. This could be a good one in the +1/+1 deck. Flood protection? Not really. I mean, yeah, you get to like play one land, but it doesn't really like that's the only like you can only still play one land, right? Like you still have the rule that you can only play one land each turn. Actually, I'm not 100% sure. Can you like let's say you have 3 lands on top, can you put them all on the battlefield? I don't think so. I think you still have this rule that you can only get play one card, like play one land. I think. I'm not 100% sure if this like overrules the general rule. I don't think it does. Or is it only from your hand? Yeah, I still think it applies. It definitely helps. It's a very good card. Definitely play this card. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose one. Put a +1/+1 counter. Man, there's so many +1/+1 on Mr. Hyde. And... Or remove a counter from a creature you control. If you do, draw a card. Ooh. Man, this card is actually good. If you play this in a +1/+1 counter deck, you get to draw a card each turn. That is very good. Very good card. Okay, +1/+1 seems a thing. Seems like a thing you can do. 3 lands, 1/1. Mole Man. The fuck is Mole Man? You may play lands from your graveyard. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 1/1 token. If it attacks, you mill a card. You may mill a card. You don't have to. I guess this goes in green-black, where you want stuff in your graveyard. Yeah, for sure. So basically, you can mill the lands, and then you can replay these lands, which creates another 1/1. But if you obviously mill your good creatures, it's a bit annoying. And if you have too many tokens, I mean, you don't have to mill. You don't have to mill. This in combination with like looking at the top card of your library is actually quite insane. I think this card could be really, really strong. Really, really strong. So yeah, landfall and +1/+1 counters we've seen so far, right? Anything else? Power up a little bit. Interesting. Green seems fun. Pet Avengers, 4 mana, 4/4 reach, power up. Here we are. Put a +1/+1 counter on this creature and create a 3/2 white hero creature token. Okay, so either it's a 4 mana, 4/4 reach, where you can grow this and activate a 3/2, or you play it as a 7-drop right away. And then it's a 5/5 that creates a 3/2. It's kind of like whatever. Again, power up comes at a cost. Don't think this card's super amazing. I guess it works if you want to go wide, but it's quite clunky and big. And it's not even that big. I don't think it matters that much. For a 7-drop, you kind of want something crazy, right? You don't want a 4/4 and a 3/2. Or 5/5 and a 3/2. It's fine. It's fine. By the way, this is a dragon, cat, dog, bird, frog hero. Who the fuck thought about that? Pet Avengers. Is this a thing? The Pet Avengers? Is this really a thing? I know the Avengers. Dragon, cat, dog, bird, frog hero. They're all in there. That's funny. Powerful Broker, 3-drop. For each kind of counter on target permanent or player, give that permanent or player another counter of that kind. Oh my god. Okay, so you can like double and triple all your counters with all these cards. Guys, this is definitely a thing. +1/+1 counters and... Oh, that's it. It's turned off. +1/+1 counters and like doubling that is definitely a thing in green. It seems like all the cards evolve around that. But you have to tap him. Wait, for each kind of counter on target, oh, it's only one permanent. Okay. Hero, it's a villain. Interesting. But the pets are cute. Only kinda. What about the dragon though? Is he really cute? He's just like fucking... What is he doing? He's killing a bird or something. Oh, no, wait. The bird is just like the fountain. Okay. Well, he's still trying to rip the bird's head off. I don't think he's cute. Like, butterfly and cat and dog, yeah, we can argue about, but not the dragon. He is killing stuff. Punishing punch. Oh, this is She-Hulk, right? Is this She-Hulk? Look at this dude. The spell costs 2 less to cast if there are 2 or more creature cards in your graveyard. So 1 land, so 1 green only. Target creature you control deals damage equal to twice its power to target creature an opponent controls. And it's an instant. And your creature doesn't have to fight, so it only deals the damage. I do like this, I think. This is a good combat trick, and it kills like a lot, like it doubles the power. It doesn't double the power, but it deals double the damage. For most of the time, probably just 1 land, an instant, as instant speed. That's pretty cool. I like this card as interaction. That's a good one. But again, it's a fight spell, so people can react to it sometimes. Wait, are you like, what frog? The frog is Thor from another dimension? You're kidding now, right? What frog are we talking about anyway? I don't see a frog. Is there a frog in here? Oh, this one. Oh. Yeah, he has the Thor hammer. And he also has wings on his ears. Why does everyone has wings? Didn't we see the Aquaman guy who also had wings on his feet underwater? I don't think everything got thought through well here. Rapid Rescue. Mill 2 cards. You may put a permanent card from among the milled cards into your hand. You may put a permanent card from among the milled cards into your hand. Okay. I hate these cards. This is like a hit and miss. Like 50% of the time. I mean, it could be like a land. It could be like a creature. I guess in a creature deck. In a creature heavy deck, it's very unlikely to be a miss. And it is a life gain trigger. So if you desperately need life gain triggers, you can probably do this, but it like in some cases you play this and you don't get anything out of it. I'll be very careful with this card. I will probably not play it. The pets didn't age well. Is that what you're referring to? Man, this is Spider-Man, right? Yeah, where is Spider-Man? We haven't seen Spider-Man yet. This is the first card. I guess okay, maybe he's like a double color card. I guess all the good heroes come as like the multicolor cards, right? Must be. Reptile Dinomorpher. 1 mana, 1/2. Brontosaurus. For 3 lands until end of turn, he becomes a 3/5 with vigilance and reach. And for 6 lands, it becomes a 6/6 with trample. Do we like this? He becomes a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I mean, it's quite flexible. The thing is, you always have to like leave mana up in order to like threaten these things. So what you could do is like you obviously want to attack first and then play your stuff, but like yeah, I don't know. It's pretty cheap for 3 mana, a 3/5. But you always have to pay it, and then 6 mana, 6/6. It gives you flexibility, but it doesn't like it doesn't have any synergy really. I still think it's not completely horrible. But it's also not super great. I would probably not like prioritize picking this too much. Again, you want to find your synergies. I don't think there's any synergies with this. It's just that gives you flexibility. That's it. Three mana sorcery. Target player gains 2 life. Then searches the library for a basic land card. Puts it onto the battlefield tapped. Then shuffles. Put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. I mean, it finds you a land, it helps with fixing, it grows your creature, and you gain life. It's not... In some decks, this might actually be good, because it like triggers a couple of effects. If you play a +1/+1 counter deck or life gain deck, and you need to fix, and it ramps you, it does a lot for you. But that's only if you like really like are into this +1/+1 and life gain deck. Then you probably want this card. Other than that, it's quite expensive to ramp. It does something for a lot of decks. I mean, this one, yeah, it's good flexibility. Like if you're like a little short on 1-drops or like big spell, like big threats, I guess you can put it in any deck. It just gives you, it gives you a lot of flexibility. But it's the same with the power-up cards, right? So maybe you can use these power-up cards, like 1 or 2 of them, just to like have a little bit of flexibility in your deck. So you can basically say, okay, I'm a little bit short on 1 and 2 drops, or I'm a little bit short on big drops, or you just want to add 1 or 2 just to like have this curve out a little bit, have your deck a little bit more balanced. But the value itself of these power-up cards is like mediocre, right? So in general, these cards are not super great, but they help you to balance your deck a little bit more. Yeah. It's hard to say. I don't think it's super horrible. I don't think this card's super horrible. But it's also not very exciting. I do like this guy. Rick Jones, Destined Sidekick. 1 mana, 0/3. Here's the walls again. Mill 4 cards. You may put a barrier or enchantment card from among those cards into your hand. Ooh. Wait, what? That's actually quite good. This guy draws you cards and it fills your graveyard. So green black, it does everything you want. And it kind of keeps you safe too. So this card is actually good in a value deck. You just play this, you stay safe for a couple of rounds, and you get to draw cards every turn. If you play heroes and enchantments, but I think I like this card. It's legendary too. So kind of like, that's a good one. But not in a beatdown. Like you want to have you want to get into the late game, I guess, with this dude. 6 mana, 7/6 trample. Yeah, we've seen a couple of these cards. They're okay. I like the basic land cycling. They help you fix and they give you flexibility in your deck. They help you to not get mana stuck. And they're a big threat in the later game, right? Playing a 7/6 trample is quite strong. So this in green-red is quite nice. I feel like green-red is going to be the deck where you have a lot of treasures and you get to ramp and you get to fix a lot. So that will be your base colors if you want to go 5 colors most of the time. We have the Serpent Specialist for 1 mana, 1/1, Death Touch, power up. Then you get a 3/3 Death Touch. Probably most of the time you won't play this. Not super exciting. You can put this into your deck. Again, if you like value deck and you want to stay safe, you can put a 1/1 Death Toucher in, which has like a little bit of a side effect, but it's pretty like below mediocre power up card. Again, don't love this. Even if you have like double your counters or whatever, this card's not great. It's very expensive. Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu, 2 mana, 2/2. It's a mythic. You may activate abilities of creatures you control as though those creatures had haste. Okay, so you can basically use tap abilities of your creatures right after you play them, rather than having to wait another turn. At 2 mana of any color, so that also counts for him, right? So you can play him and like add 2 mana of any color, spend this mana only to activate abilities of creature sources. Wait, this is fucking insane. Oh, wait. I just thought you get 2, like you play this and you get like 2 mana back. This would be really good on turn 2. Okay, this supports power up. Yeah, that's what I thought, but it isn't, because you only get to use this for abilities. But it helps you to like cast power up and stuff. You get 2 more lands to like do these things. But again, unless we find way more cards that support power up, it's not going to be great. I've only seen 2 cards so far, maybe 3. It's still a good card. Like it's still a very good card. But you need to have abilities of your if you play this in a deck where you have 0 abilities of your creatures to activate, then it's just a 2/2. It doesn't do anything else. So yeah, it can be really good, but only if you have creatures with abilities that cost you mana. Other than that, it's a normal 2/2. So don't pick this blindly, I guess. Well, the She-Hulk again. They really like the She-Hulk. Jade Defender. 4 mana 4/4 reach trample. Power up 6. Destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. Kind of random. I assume that everyone's going to play 1 or 2 enchantments in their decks, right? There seem to be a lot, and there seem to be some artifacts too. This becomes significantly better in best of 3 again, but putting this into your main deck, it's still a 4-drop 4/4 reach trample. It's not horrible. And it potentially has an upside to destroy something. It's probably not bad. It's not a bad card. It's fine. It's a fine card. In best of 3, it becomes significantly better. Yeah, I also think, like, it depends a little bit on what archetypes people are going to play a lot and how many artifacts and enchantments eventually, like, will land in their decks. But I also have a feeling there's plenty of enchantments, artifacts, and stuff going on. So she will always have, like, a target, I think. So I haven't seen too many vehicles. A couple, but not, like, a lot. Super Strength. 5-drop. Enchanted creature gets +4 on Claw and has Trample and Ward 1. I hate this card. This is such a bad card. Yeah, it grows something, but honestly I would rather have a 5/5 itself. And then if you play this on a creature and he removes your creature in response, it's absolutely horrible. Like, you use 5 lands, it's probably a whole turn, and you lose a creature and another card. I don't think I'll ever play this card. This might be one of the worst cards in the set. I don't think I'll ever lose. I don't think anyone should play this card. I mean, yeah, it grows stuff and it makes it trample. It can be the final blow. It can be. But it's such high risk to play this. It's such high risk. I don't think you will see this card very often. The Thing, Ban Grimm. Wait, I know this dude. Fantastic Four, right? Wait, didn't someone say there's like a loop with all the Fantastic Fours? Is that not one of them? Yeah, it's like a 4 here. Trample. Whenever one of my heroes you control deals damage to a player, put up 2/+1 counters on the Thing. It's a 6-drop, 7/7 trample that grows further. I do like it's pretty good. In green-red, this card is pretty good, I think. And it won't be too hard to like deal damage to your opponent, and then it's just like gets way bigger. It's quite 6 mana 7/7 trample is already pretty cool. Okay. Okay, I don't want to do this right now. Maybe later. Once we finish the set, I think we're gonna look into like the Fantastic Four loop. Unless you can tell me right now what it does, but I don't want to look. 4 mana 4/4, the unbeatable Squirrel Girl. There's no way there's an unbeatable Squirrel Girl. Is that her name? Does anyone know this as a Marvel hero? I'm sorry, but this is this is such a weird name. Is she actually sitting on a big ass squirrel, or is she on a tree? I guess she's on a tree. There's like a bunch of squirrels around her. We're here to eat nuts and kick butts. Do you like scrolls? Whenever the unbeatable girl enters or attacks, create a 1/1 scroll. For 4 lands, you create X 1/1 scroll tokens, where X is the number of scrolls you control. Ooh. Oh, this is interesting. So green has actually a lot of token stuff. Tokens and +1/+1, as it seems. This is kind of like nice in combination with the enchantment we've seen. Like when you gain life, you get to like boost all your creatures. This is interesting. I do like this card. Yeah, what is this, Absenta? How do you not know her? I thought you know everything. Tigra, Felon Fury. 2/1 flash, trample, whenever you gain life. I do like this card. In a life gain deck. Very good card. In all other decks, probably not. 4-mana training regimen? I'm not sure. Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them have trample. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1 on a target creature you control. Yeah, this is not. I don't love this card because there is cards. Like there's three drops that is a 3/3 that has the same effect, and this is a 4-drop, which is no creature at all which has this effect. I mean, yeah, if you're into +1/+1 counters, obviously you want to play this card only in this one deck. But this is very slow. I don't think this card's good. This can be fucking annoying, but it's not great. I don't think. It's also uncommon. That's a ton of scrolls very fast, I agree. We go very wide with this. Like it enters 1/1. You attack 1/1. You do this 2 1/1s. If you don't kill her, you're gonna have like a million squirrels in your face. Actually quite funny. Alright, let's move on. Undercover Scroll. As long as there are 2 or more creature cards in your graveyard, this creature gets +2/+2 and is all creature types. And it ramps you. And it fixes. I think I like this card actually. It's a 2-drop as well. Even without the first effect. It's kind of like a 2-drop ramper. And fixer. Man, this card's good. I think this card is actually quite nice. And it's not too hard to grow this, especially in green-black. This is going to grow pretty quickly. It's a good card. Kandan, Royal Guard, Vigilance. When this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. If that creature is another hero, put 2 +1/+1 counters instead. I mean, maybe get to like. I mean, it's a 5-drop 5/5 potentially, or a 4/4, and it grows something else. Whatever. Pretty bad. Don't like this card. Very clunky. It's a 5-drop 4/4. I don't know. White Tiger, Ava Ayala. I feel like I've seen him or her. I guess her. 2-drop 2/2 power up 6. Put a +1/+1 counter on White Tiger and create the Tiger God. A legendary 4/4. Oh. Can't be blocked by more than one creature. That's not bad. I mean, it's a 2-mana 2/2, and you get to create a 4/4. And this grows as well. It comes with 3/3. So if you play this as a 6-drop, it's a 3/3, and you create a 4/4. That's actually good. I think that's a good card. Again, with green, you can go very wide. You can build like a lot of creatures, and then you like pump them all with +1/+1 counters. So you kind of like swarm your opponent with like big and a lot of creatures. This will work. This will work. Oh my god. World War Hulk. This must be insanely good. We know, oh, Saga Spell. I haven't seen too many so far. So first effect is the next red or green creature spell you cast this turn can be cast without paying its mana cost. So you kind of play this for 5, and then you get to play a fucking Hulk for free. So in a green-red deck, obviously, yeah, okay, this confirms green-red is like big creatures, right? This could be good, but obviously if this is your top deck, the first effect doesn't do shit for you. Most of the time it probably will, though. Put 3+1/+1 counters on target creature you control. Okay. And then choose target creature you control. Until end of turn, double its power and toughness and against trample. This can be a miss. If this is your top deck and you got nothing on the board, even if you have something on the board, this might not add anything. Like, you could play this and it doesn't do anything, and then it doesn't grow anything, and then it doesn't grow anything. So it could be a 5-drop for absolutely nothing, is my concern. So let's say you have another 5-drop in hand and this. You could potentially just play the 5-drop. Obviously you play this and then you get to play the 5-drop for free. Or like whatever. And then you grow this. This is not very good, is it? This is not super amazing. It's just like it can be annoying, but it's pretty easy to deal with. Like this will be miss and hit like 50% of the time. And then if you grow something, your opponent could just like kill the creature. Man, this feels really bad. This doesn't feel good. Exactly. You might as well just like play another 5-drop. I mean, yeah, you can play this and like play potentially an 8-drop, but how many 8-drops or 7-drops will you have in your deck? 1 or 2? It's very unlikely. This is very likely going to be a miss. And then it doesn't even do much. Man, this is not good. It sounded like the name sounded good and it looked cool, but it's very disappointing. This is going to be a rare you're going to see cycling around a lot, I think. Unless you have like a very, very expensive green-red deck, then maybe. But even then, I don't think I want to play this card. And that's the last card already. Okay, interesting.